How does a brand go from being one of the biggest names in the world to almost disappearing completely? And even more surprising, how does it fight back and become a top player again when everyone thought it was finished? This is the real story of Little Caesars, a brand that climbed to the top, crashed hard, and then pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in fast food history. Little Caesars was once everywhere, with thousands of stores and a slogan everyone knew. Then, in just a few years, it started falling apart, losing customers, closing stores, and almost fading away. But today, it's the third largest pizza chain in America, behind only Domino's and Pizza Hut. So, what really happened? And how did they turn everything around when so many others failed? Let's uncover the full story. Humble beginnings and the first big break, 1959-1970s. The story of Little Caesars began in 1959 when a young married couple, Mike and Marian Ilitch, invested their life savings of just $10,000, 0 cents, to open their very first restaurant in Garden City, Michigan. Mike, a former minor league baseball player, and his wife Marian had a vision to offer quality pizza at an affordable price. Initially called Little Caesars Pizza Treat, the name Little Caesars quickly became iconic and stuck. From day one, their focus was clear. They wanted to provide delicious, budget-friendly pizza for families looking for a great meal without breaking the bank. Their first big innovation? Selling 2 pizzas for the price of 1. It was a revolutionary move, especially when most pizza parlors charged by the pie. The catchphrase, "Pizza, Pizza," introduced in 1979, instantly became part of American pop culture. Franchising started in 1962, and the brand grew steadily across suburban America throughout the 60s and 70s AS, appealing to working families looking for value and convenience. By 1971, Little Caesars had opened its 100th location. The business model was simple but powerful. Smaller stores, low overhead, and a focus on carryout rather than dine-in. This made it easier to expand quickly compared to competitors. Rapid expansion and national fame, 1900S1 and 1990S. The 1980S marked the golden years for Little Caesars. Their focus on value-based promotions, like the 2 pizzas for 1 low price, made them wildly popular during an era of rising fast food competition. At its peak, in the early 1990s, Little Caesars operated over 5,000 locations worldwide. It became the third 3-pizza chain in the United States, right behind Pizza Hut and Domino's. In 1993 alone, Little Caesars reported around $2.2 billion, 0 cents, in U.S. system-wide sales, a staggering number for a company that started from a single store. Part of their strength came from innovation beyond pizza, like introducing crazy bread, buttery, garlic-seasoned breadsticks that became an instant bestseller. They also capitalized on an aggressive co-branding strategy, placing outlets inside Kmart stores, military bases, and other high-traffic areas, further increasing their visibility. In the early 90s, Little Caesars was seen as a fun, affordable, and family-friendly brand beloved by millions. The fall begins. Trouble brewing. Mid-1000. 990s yearly to 1000. But as quickly as Little Caesars rose, problems started to pile up. First, changing consumer tastes started working against them. Customers were shifting toward more customizable, gourmet-style pizzas offered by newer players like Papa John's. Meanwhile, Domino's focused heavily on delivery and speed, while Pizza Hut maintained strong dine-in loyalty. Little Caesars' value-based model started to look dated. Second, poor quality control damaged the brand's reputation. Because franchising had exploded so rapidly, it became difficult to maintain consistent food quality and service across thousands of stores. Bad reviews and customer dissatisfaction increased throughout the late 90s. Third, the Kmart collapse hit them hard. Little Caesars had invested heavily in co-branded Kmart stores. But as Kmart's business declined sharply, so did foot traffic for Little Caesars inside their stores. The bankruptcy of Kmart in 2002 was a major blow to Little Caesars' real estate strategy. sales numbers showed the pain. By 2001, Little Caesars' U.S. system-wide sales had dropped below $1 billion, 0 cents, falling by more than half from their peak. The number of stores plummeted from over 5,000 to around 100 by 2003. Meanwhile, Papa John's surged past them with its focus on better ingredients, better pizza, and Domino's became dominant in the online ordering game. By the early 2000s, Little Caesars was at serious risk of becoming irrelevant, a forgotten relic of a bygone fast food era. The Turning Point, published in 2004-009. By the mid-2000s, Little Caesars was a company in crisis. The fall from grace was clear: a shrinking number of stores, stagnant sales, and a fading reputation. However, behind the scenes, the Ilitch family knew that change was crucial. In fact, it was during this challenging period that the company would make its most significant and strategic decision. What saved Little Caesars was a combination of bold thinking and a simple yet revolutionary product. In 2004, Little Caesars introduced the Hot and Ready Pizza, a game-changing offering that would redefine their business model and reverse their fortunes. The concept was deceptively simple. Hot and ready pizzas were pre-made, sitting fresh and ready for customers to grab without having to wait for an order to be baked. This innovative move was a direct response to the rising demand for fast food convenience and the growing popularity of quick-service chains. The idea was to provide quality pizza in a fast, efficient, and affordable manner, something that appealed directly to busy families and on-the-go customers. This no-wait model became incredibly popular, particularly with busy working families who didn't want to wait around for a pizza to be made. It also allowed Little Caesars to streamline operations, reducing both food waste and time spent on each order. At the same time, the $5.00 price point was another major selling factor, making it one of the most affordable options on the market. The revival's strong marketing and expanding reach, 201-00-2015. The success of Hot and Ready Pizza was just the beginning of Little Caesars' renaissance. In 2010, the brand's sales began to climb steadily, signaling that they were once again on the right track. Over the next few years, the company went through a comprehensive rebranding effort, updating its logo and advertising campaigns to make the brand feel fresh and modern while still retaining the familiar charm of its earlier days. Their marketing efforts were also amplified. The catchy "Pizza, Pizza" slogan, which had originally cemented Little Caesars' place in pop culture, was revived in new advertisements, but this time with a more modern twist. The company's commercials featured a new generation of consumers who could relate to the value and speed that Little Caesars now represented. They capitalized on the growing trend of consumers seeking affordable meals that didn't sacrifice convenience or taste. By 2015, Little Caesars had become the third largest pizza chain in the United States, once again, surpassing Papa John's in total sales. Their system-wide sales soared to nearly $4 billion, 0 cents, a significant recovery from their lows in the early 2000s. Expanding their reach. But Little Caesars didn't stop there. In addition to recovering their U.S. market, the company expanded rapidly into international markets. In 2010, they had roughly 4,000 stores worldwide. By 2019, that number had climbed to over 50 stores globally, with a significant presence in over 20 countries. They entered new territories, including countries in the Middle East, Asia, and Latin America, capitalizing on the global demand for affordable, quick-service food. The company's expansion into international markets was a key part of their resurgence. As other pizza chains focused on premium products and high-end experiences, Little Caesars stuck to its roots, offering great value, fast service, and a familiar taste. As of 2020, Little Caesars saw $4.5 billion, 0 cents in U.S. system-wide sales, and has maintained its position as the third largest pizza chain in the country, only trailing Domino's and Pizza Hut. The number of U.S. locations had grown to around 4,000, and they've continued to expand internationally, with a focus on bringing their unique offerings to more markets. Today, Little Caesars operates over 5,463 stores worldwide and boasts an estimated brand value of $5 billion, 0 cents. Owned by Ilitch Holdings, the company remains true to Mike and Marian Ilitch's original vision: great pizza, great prices, and quick service. Even as food trends evolve and competition intensifies, Little Caesars continues to grow steadily, proving that simplicity, when done right, can stand the test of time. Little Caesars' journey shows that even after hitting rock bottom, a brand can rise again through smart innovation and staying true to its roots. From a small Michigan restaurant to a global pizza powerhouse, their story is a powerful reminder that success isn't just about rising to the top. It's about learning, adapting, and fighting back when the odds are against you. What do you think was the smartest move Little Caesars made during their comeback? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring business journeys and brand histories.